Have you ever been so full that you can't eat, drink or sleep? Have you ever wondered if it might be due to the secrets we keep, that have been quietly whispered as a forefinger would creep, slowly to the lips of a hushed and whispered speech? I have. The thoughts, memories and research runs quite deep. The psychological impact this has can even encourage deceit, especially if these secrets we keep stem from a trauma of hostility, and trained from a young age to keep our silence. Today presents new possibility. What I'm about to share was my trauma, and the response was to gain and keep trust. Due to the uttering of said whisperer, keep this secret and you gain and keep my love. With this I then placed my worthiness of love on the amount of secrets I held unuttered. This then became a habit until recently I carried it, my go-to, my bread and butter. So I ask this, and please be as honest as you can, out loud or in your head. How many secrets keep you awake, alone and in your bed? How many different scenarios play in circles and never end? Or due to the agony of your silence that you realize you have kept? Or for a love that had conditions, secret keeper born and bred? I was always curious why it seemed that I received different treatment in certain circumstances, certain places. Shit, you wouldn't believe it. At least it wasn't back then, but maybe now's a little different. Walking around a corner to more hushed whispers. Shh, he doesn't remember it. Well, guess what? He did remember it. How could I possibly forget it? The smells of sweat, unbrushed teeth, putrid with yesterday's breakfast. I wonder again and cast another question out. Here it is, I'll send it. How many of us are there that have similar secrets under our blankets? How many of us have carried these secrets, believing this shit was normal? Carried for years and years, too afraid to think or speak of said trauma? Believing the words whispered, this is how we show we love someone, only to learn years later it wasn't normal. So why the fuck was so common? So I ask this, and please be as honest as you can, out loud or in your head. How many secrets keep you awake, alone and in your bed? How many different scenarios play in circles and never end? Or due to the agony of your silence that you realize you have kept? Or for a love that had conditions, secret keeper born and bred? And I wasn't the only one in that time or in that place. Many others I still see, especially their eyes, their face. All except one, hidden in memory, that one stays. Blackish hair and moustache is about all that remains. Hence the 27 years of silence that today I break. Whether it's now believed or not, either way I'm okay. Because a secret's only a secret if the truth remains away. And I'll pass on just a little more before it's time to part ways. Self-forgiveness is something I learned from the events of those days. And the depth of it can only be measured by the guilt and the shame that I felt then. Now an understanding that has settled and remains. What I believed to be true then is not the same truth as today's. So again, these words are for any and all who can relate to this. Bring forth our traumas from the deepest depths of our darkness into the dazzling light of our awareness, where it shines bright in its darkness. Never sitting again in silence, instead standing in the power of what our voice is. With all my heart and all my love, your friend and fellow catalyst.